What is good? We are back with another YouTube video, and today we got a banger for y'all, alright? So recently, someone asked me what anime I would recommend for them to start with as they start to try out anime, and that's where I got this brilliant idea that I would make this video about what I think are the 5 best places to start when you want to get into anime. And so I asked some of my friends, and I think I've come up with some good picks for starter anime. So let's just get right into it, alright? And to start us off, we don't got just a specific anime. I got a studio that you should check out, and that is the Studio Ghibli movies. Now, Studio Ghibli movies are ones that I had to put on this list, right? I have to get this one out of the way because I feel like if I made a list of starter animes and I didn't include the Studio Ghibli movies, then I'd probably get in trouble. Now, I haven't seen a ton of these movies, which is why I won't talk about them as much as I will some of the other series on this list, but they are some of the most famous anime movies out there, with titles such as Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky, and so many more. Studio Ghibli provides a lot of great narratives that are easy to get behind and follow. Spirited Away is currently the 2nd highest grossing Japanese movie of all time worldwide, which is just crazy. So if you haven't heard of Studio Ghibli, definitely look up Studio Ghibli, spelled Ghibli. Definitely worth checking these ones out. And now, moving to our first series on this list that is its own series, we have Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is one of the most popular anime in the world right now. There are currently 2 seasons of the show out, along with a movie, and that movie is actually the #1 highest grossing Japanese film of all time, making $506 million worldwide. That's insane. This series follows the story of a teenage boy named Tanjiro Kamado and his quest to become a professional demon slayer and a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. This world is one where the secret group known as the Demon Slayer Corps have been fighting against demons for a very long time. Fighting demons is all about mastering the sword and also mastering different breathing techniques that helps one gain certain powers over the demons. Its story is pretty simplistic and easy to follow while having some of the most gorgeous visuals you will ever find in an anime. If you're a fan of intense action scenes, fun characters, and incredible fight animation, this is the series for you. I cannot stress that enough. You can watch the first season of this series on Netflix and Hulu, and the rest of the series you can then find on a streaming service known as Crunchyroll. Now, on to our next series, which is Death Note. This series is one of the most iconic anime series of all time. The show came out in 2006, so some of the animation may seem a bit older, but I think it still holds up today. This is a gripping story of a high school boy named Light Yagami who stumbles upon a notebook that has the power of killing anybody whose name he writes in it. It's a thrilling story that explores a lot of themes around the idea of good versus evil. In contrast to Demon Slayer, this anime doesn't have the intense fight scenes or action sequences that help captivate its audiences. This story relies more on the depth and connections of its characters to help keep its audiences always on the edge of their seats. If you're a fan of thrilling mystery stories, then this is definitely the anime for you. The entirety of the show is on Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll, so it's pretty easy to find and watch. Definitely go check this one out. Moving on to the next series, we have Your Name. Your Name is a wonderful anime movie that has a runtime of 1 hour and 52 minutes. This movie came out in 2016 and is one of the most visually stunning pieces of media that I have ever watched. This film follows the story of a high school boy and a high school girl who live in very different areas of Japan. Everything about their lives gets turned upside down when one morning they awake to find that they have swapped bodies with each other. However, every time they switch back to their normal bodies, they can't remember what they did or who they switched bodies with. It's a wonderfully captivating story of two people trying to connect with each other while everything around them is making that extremely hard. If you're a fan of romance and slice of life series that put a lot of focus into their characters, then this is the anime movie for you. This one is a little bit harder to find, and as it's not on any streaming services, the options that you have are to rent for $4 or buy for $7 on Amazon Instant Video, buy it for $13 on Apple TV, or buy it for $4 on YouTube. It's a wonderful movie, and I could not recommend it enough. And now that brings us to the final series on this video, which is quite different from the rest of this list so far, and that's Naruto. There are very few people who have never heard the name Naruto. This is actually the first anime series that I watched back during the lockdown of 2020. Naruto is a part of what's known as the Big Three, which are the three anime series that dominated Shonen Jump during its golden age period in the early 2000s. The other series of the Big Three being One Piece and Bleach. Naruto is different from other series on this list so far, as it's a much longer series. Naruto is split into two parts, which are OG Naruto, which has 220 episodes, and Naruto Shippuden, which has 500 episodes. In total, that's 720 episodes. Naruto is a story that follows a young kid named Naruto Uzumaki and the other ninja of the village hidden in the leaves. Naruto's goal is to one day become the Hokage, which is the leader of the village and the strongest ninja in the village. However, he has to overcome a lot of difficulties, and he has a lot of growing to do before he can make that goal a reality. It's a great story with a lot of really fun characters and some of the best fights in the entirety of anime as a whole. If you're looking for something that has a little bit more length, amazing fights, and an overall really great story, then this is definitely the anime for you. However, I do recommend, if you're going to watch this series, that you look up a list of the filler episodes and then skip those episodes as you watch through the series, because they aren't a part of the main story, and they don't really add anything to the characters, so you won't be missing anything if you skip those episodes and just stick strictly to the main story of Naruto. All 220 episodes of OG Naruto are on Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll, and then all of Naruto Shippuden is on Hulu and Crunchyroll as well. So pretty easy to find, pretty easy to get into, and I definitely really recommend this one, as it is just a lot of fun to get behind and really just enjoy this series. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a lot of good recommendations. And if you have a friend out there who's been asking you what are some great starter anime that they should watch, or what do you recommend them to watch, send them this video. Send them this video. We got a lot of good stuff in here. And if you liked the video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It does mean a ton. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.